Chapter 11. Your brain is your bitch. Mind is the master power that molds and makes, and man is mind, and evermore he takes the tool of thought, and, shaping what he wills, brings forth 1,000 joys, 1,000 ills. He thinks in secret, and it comes to pass. Environment is but his looking glass. James Allen, old-timey author, self-help pontificator. How often do you stop and notice how genius our universe is? With all its moving parts and mathematical perfection and chemical reactions and food chains and gravity and all the magnificent efficiency and complexity that makes it up. This display of astonishing brilliance didn't just splat down into beingness by random, dumb luck, it was thought up. Nature is a smoothly running machine, created by a universal intelligence, where nothing goes to waste. It all has a place and a purpose, and it all works together in its intricately interwoven and compatible way to create the flabbergasting isness of it all. In other words, source energy is a smartapants. As British philosophical writer and self-help pioneer, James Allen states in the quote that opens this chapter, "Mind is the master power that molds and makes, and man is mind." We are the very thinking substance that was used to create us. Hello. How major is that? This is why positive thinking is all the rage and negative subconscious beliefs are so gnarly, and why meditation and learning to guide your thoughts and love yourself can change your life. Our thoughts are the most powerful tools we've got. I think, therefore, I can create awesomeness or horrendousness. But the bottom line is that it's through our thoughts that we create our realities. It's also why buying into whatever illusion you're living in the present moment is selling yourself so short if it's anything less than what you truly desire. You created the reality you now exist in with your thoughts, which means you can use the very same power of thought to change it. As Wallace Wattles, author of The Science of Getting Rich, so brilliantly states, "To think what you want to think is to think the truth, regardless of appearances." To think what you want to think is to think truth. Is that not the best news ever? It doesn't matter what your reality looks like at the moment, because where you desire to be is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, and if you fixate your mind on this truth, believe that it is real and already here, and take decisive action, it will manifest itself. This is where most people dig in their heels and say something like, "I am sitting in my ghetto-ass kitchen eating tuna out of a can with a plastic spoon, and you're telling me this isn't the truth." You're saying that the truth is that I'm hanging poolside with the President of the United States of America. If you truly desire to hang poolside with the President of the United States of America, and are hell-bent in your mind and your actions to create it, it's the truth. Have you ever noticed how a bunch of people can go through the same course, let's say a class on how to start your own coaching business, and they all get the exact same information and tools, but some will come out of there and totally rock it, and others will fall flat on their faces. Even if they all have the same desire to succeed, create beautiful marketing materials and do similar things, it's the ones with the proper mindsets who will succeed. The ones who kick ass are the ones who can see themselves kicking ass, who truly believe in themselves and what they are selling, who remind themselves how much they want to better people's lives with their coaching, who are excited to get compensated for selling it and have no limiting, subconscious beliefs holding them back. The ones who feel weird or who worry that they are being pushy and annoying, or who subconsciously believe that they don't deserve to or can't succeed, they are not gonna do so good. Your thoughts and beliefs dictate your reality, so if you want to change your reality, you have to change your beliefs. The problem is that most people are real protective of their beliefs and are usually fairly crotchety should you suggest that perhaps there's another version of the truth. I'm bad at sales, I have terrible luck, I'm scared of flying, marriages don't last, I have ugly feet, I'm broke. Are you calling me a liar? Do you see a hot boyfriend on my arm? No, you don't. You see a cat on my lap next to my needlepoint project because I stink at relationships. That is the truth, and that always has been the truth. And that will be your truth as long as you choose to think it. As long as you feed the beast, it shall live. The moment you have the audacity to start believing in the not yet seen, your reality will begin to shift. The following is hugely important, so please pay very close attention. You have to change your thinking first, and then the evidence appears. Our big mistake is that we do it the other way around. We demand to see the evidence before we believe it to be true. Remember, everything you desire is right here, right now. You just have to shift your perception in order to see it made manifest. Okay, fine. I believe that I'm hanging poolside with the President of the United States of America. Now what? Do I just call? Or show up at the White House in my flip-flops with a towel around my neck? When you take the leap and believe in the not yet seen, you aren't supposed to know how to make it happen, because if you knew how, you probably would have done it already. This is about radically changing your reality, so the way to go about it is also most likely outside of your present awareness. Your job isn't to know the how, it's to know the what and to be open to discovering and receiving the how. Keep your thoughts directed at your goal. Do everything that you do know how to do to make it happen. Decide with unwavering determination that it will happen, and be on the lookout for the opportunity. I had a client who went to Tuscany and looked at a house that was for sale while she was there. At the time, she was a bartender and a poet and could barely scrape together the money to buy a plane ticket to Italy, let alone to buy a Tuscan villa, but she checked it out anyway and completely fell in love with the place. While she instantly knew in her soul that it was her house, she also knew that her bank account had tumbleweeds blowing through it, but she asked the owners to take it off the market anyway because she was going to figure out a way to buy it. So she flies home, in a stupor, thinking that perhaps she has gone completely insane, but she sticks to her guns and starts asking around for ideas. She is almost immediately buried beneath a pile of warnings from everyone around her. It's a huge responsibility, not to mention all the complications that come with being in another country, and last time I checked, you don't speak Italian, nor are you a citizen, nor do you know a single thing about home ownership, and considering you can't even afford to get your teeth cleaned, how are you planning on paying a mortgage, and yadder, yadder, yadder. Yet she keeps on going, because in spite of all the evidence otherwise, she believes this is her house. This is her truth. Finally, someone mentions the idea of pre-renting blocks of time in the house to raise the money to buy it. People could pay for their time a year in advance. She would just need to sell enough blocks of time to pay for the house, and voila. Cut to her discovering this sort of thing is illegal, going back to the drawing board, trying a million other things, discovering that it's actually not illegal, then pre-selling enough rental slots and borrowing some money, and to make a very long and ups and downs why. Story short, she's owned the villa for several years and is thinking about buying another. You have got to get a handle on your thoughts if you want to change your life. As Albert Einstein so aptly noted, the world as we have created it is a process of our thinking. It cannot be changed without changing our thinking. Here are some tried and true ways to show your brain who's driving the bus. 1. Ask and it is given. Get quiet, get in the zone, and get in touch with source energy. Clear out the chatter in your brain and create a clean, uncluttered space to impress the thoughts of what you want into the giant thinking substance that is source energy. Ask for what you want, send out a nice, clear message in a nice, clear space, and begin the manifestation process. 2. Act as if. If you want something badly, even if you don't have any evidence that it's possible for you to attain, believe it is anyway. Fake it until you make it. Do it in spite of yourself. Act as if. If you have an intense, undying desire to hang poolside with the President of the United States of America, think about the things that a person hanging poolside with the leader of the free world would do. Go pick out the bathing suit you're going to wear. Think of what you're going to talk about. Get your photos of your trip to the Grand Canyon together to show the Commander-in-Chief. Get ready for the event. Tell yourself it's happening. Act like it's happening. Put yourself in situations where you will meet people who can make this happen. Stay wide open to opportunities that can lead you to your goal. Live, eat, sleep, and breathe your vision. You may feel like a crazy person, but you won't when you're playing Marco Polo with the press. 3. Upgrade your environment. If you aspire to have a more up-leveled and inspiring lifestyle than you presently have, and you're actively visualizing this for yourself, it's going to be quite a struggle to keep your thoughts large and in charge if every time you pull up to your rickety-ass home you hear the Sanford and Son theme song start up in your head. So even though you're going to be thinking and imagining the change before it happens, do what you can to make some upgrades to where you're at now. Give the place a paint job and clean it up. Get new furniture or fix up what you already have. Throw out the clutter, let some air in, hang inspiring art on the walls. This will not only help to keep your frequency high, but it will alert the universe that you're not screwing around, that you're doing everything you can and are waiting for further instruction on the how. 4. Make a vision board. Our minds think in images. If someone says, a horse wearing red lipstick, you instantly create a picture in your mind of a horse wearing red lipstick. Feeding your mind full of images of the things and experiences that you want to manifest, your dream house with the infinity pool in Mexico, rolling around on the beach with your red-hot lover, volunteering to help little kids learn how to read at your local library, laughing your face off surrounded by dear friends, is hugely powerful because your mind sends that image out to source energy, which begins the process of pulling it in. Cut out pictures of places, people, things, and experiences that you want in your life, paste them onto a board and hang it somewhere where you'll see it all day long. I've seen people have completely insane results with this. They've manifested, down to the tiniest details, the exact home or piece of furniture or place of employment that they put on their board. It's freaky, deaky, and super easy. It's like having a craft day with God. Give it a shot. 5. Surround yourself with people who think their way you want to think. When you hang out with whiners, pessimists, tweakers, bleakers, freakazouters and life is so unfairest, it's an uphill climb to keep yourself in a positive headspace. Stay away from people with tiny minds and tiny thoughts and start hanging out with people who see limitless possibility as the reality. Surround yourself with people who act on their big ideas, who take action on making positive change in the world and who see nothing as out of their reach. Make a conscious choice to do this. And if you don't know anyone who's got a big fat mind, go out and make some new friends. If you stop at, there's no one like that around here, that will be the truth and will set the wimpy tone for how you go about trying to manifest everything else into your life. How you do one thing is how you do everything. Get out there and find some people who make you feel like you can leap tall buildings in a single bound. Be clear on whom you want to meet and make a concerted effort to go meet them. Demand of the universe to connect you with them. Think of places where they might hang out or things they would do and insert yourself there. Being around inspired, visionary, enthusiastic people who are living their truths is one of the fastest ways to massively transform your life. 6. Love yourself. Unless you have a better idea,